Saravana Bhavaye Nama. Sunny Bonani and a warm South African welcome to Sadhana, the Inward Path, your ultimate Hindu magazine program, right here on 3. On today's show, we feed our spirits with the sweet sounds of music. We feed our bodies with a power-packed smoothie breakfast, and we feed our faith with the auspiciousness of Thaipusam Kavady. Yes, Kavady is observed amidst an atmosphere of great penance and prayer. During the 10-day festival, devotees undertake strict austerities to turn their minds away from the pleasures of the world towards the purity of God consciousness. This year, Sadhana joined the devotees of the Illovo Mahavishnu temple to follow their prayerful pilgrimage to Lord Shanmuga.
Thaipusam Kavady is one of the most celebrated Hindu festivals in South Africa. The 10-day festival is dedicated to Lord Muruga or Kartikeya. According to Hindu mythology, it was in this month of Thai that Lord Muruga was presented with the veil by his mother Parvati to vanquish negative forces and to restore peace and righteousness on earth. The festival is thus a celebration of the universal themes of good over evil and light over darkness. In the build-up to the Kavady festival and over the 10 days, devotees observe a strict fast and are immersed in prayer and penance. It is their fervent prayer that through their sadhana they are able to overcome the temptations of the material world to attain a state of spiritual consciousness. The Illovo Sri Mahavishnu temple on the south coast has been observing the sacred festival for over 100 years and still continues with the practices and traditions of their forebears.
Illovo has a rich history. We have lots of people who have moved out of Illovo for various reasons, but come Kavady every year, they are back in Illovo. All our ex-Illovo citizens still prefer to come to Illovo to carry their Kavady because we uphold our traditions. We still carry on the practices of our forefathers. As much as the temple has moved forward in terms of its infrastructure, its appearance, keeping up with modern times, but we hold very strongly our traditions.
The festival is both a vivid celebration of colors and a fascinating display of faith. The vibrant orange and yellow, believed to be the favorite colors of Lord Muruga, is found everywhere, from the flower and fruit offerings to the clothes adorned by devotees.
On the main day is Thaipusam Kavady. Our day begins at midnight. Just before midnight, we go to the beach. All the people that are pinning, they purify themselves. We do our prayers, and from there we come back and we do our prayer to Lord Muruga. And then we've got a special paddy place in where Lord Muruga is enshrined. And all the limes that we put from day one, the limes, the pins, just after midnight we take it out and we give the devotees to prepare it for the next day.
The 3 ash stripes with the red dot at the center representing his parents Shiva and Shakti are also prominent, as is the peacock feathers, the lighting of camphor, the aroma of incense, the incessant drumming and the chanting, which is said to energize the atmosphere. Coconuts are also broken to signify the breaking of the ego and the emergence of a purer self.
We do something that's called the paddy lime. We insert 108 limes into the paddy, which sits underneath the Muruga behind us. And for the duration of the festival, the various devotees would then meditate and try to enrich the energy within those lines. And those lines are then given to all the Kavady bearers and the devotees that are punning. That's something that's unique to us. And then something else that's unique to us is that we have a Koil Kavady. The Koil Kavady meaning the temple Kavady. And on that day, our forefathers set a trend. On the correct day of Thaipusam, they were not allowed to get leave during the indentured labor time, during the apartheid time. So they had very little time to prepare. So what they decided to do, to have one Kavady, which all the devotees partake in carrying, even if it's for a few seconds, but they all had the turn on the right day.
Milk is the most important offering of the festival and is carried by every devotee bearing the Kavady and then poured over Lord Muruga at the end of their journey. In Hinduism, milk is a symbol of purity and virtue. Their penance and prayer during the festival culminates in the symbolic offering. After undertaking the Kavady fast and performing their sadhana, devotees are seen to have cleansed themselves of their own inner impurities and present themselves before their Lord as pure and virtuous as milk.
And for the 10 days, every afternoon we come to temples, sing bhajans, kirtans, pay homage to Lord Muruga. And on the Thaipusam day, it's a huge celebration. All Lord Muruga's devotees gather and celebrate their devotion to him. Lots of them take vows. Maybe my mom is ill, so I take a vow that I will carry a Kavady for my mom to get better, or my child, or just out of sheer devotion to Lord Muruga.
With the conclusion of the initial prayers, devotees are now prepared for their final act of penance. As an act of gratitude, repentance, or as a poignant plea to have their prayers answered, they take up their Kavadis. Literally meaning sacrifice at every step, the Kavadi is carried on the shoulder of the devotees who walk long distances and barefoot towards the temple in the blistering heat that has come to be associated with this day. Some devotees also painlessly draw a chariot attached to hooks that are pierced into the sides of their bodies, while others pierce tiny spears, limes, flowers, coconuts, and ornaments on various parts of the body, all of which attest to a devotee's faith and are regarded as an act of devotion and humility. More than just a prayer of thanksgiving, a penance for forgiveness, or a plea for divine grace, Kavady is that important festival which transforms the devotee and elevates him into the path of truth, goodness, and beauty.
Om Asudaya Potri, Om Sita Potri, Om Arune Potri, Om Arune Potri.